Let's take a look at some headlines around the world. The Rio Times reports South America's largest aquarium is set to open in Rio de Janeiro next year. The planned Aqua Rio will be more than 20,000 square meters and home to about 8,000 animals of 350 different species, sea turtles, stingrays, sharks among them. Now, one of the many attractions will be a 3 million liter tank where members of the public will be able to dive among sharks and other species. And with the help of new technology, visitors will be able to create their own virtual fish to guide them, talk to them, and answer questions as they venture throughout the aquarium. Questions like, how do we translate liters into gallons? The attraction was originally billed to open at the end of this year, but delays in building pushed its opening back until March 2016. The Malaysia Times says the country's medical association is urging the health ministry to consider banning electronic cigarettes. The president of the association said many of the chemicals found in cigarette smoke are also found in e-cigarettes, although in smaller doses. Last week, health officials advised the public to stop smoking e-cigarettes, at least temporarily, shisha or vapor cigarettes, until they can determine the risks. An estimated 38% of Malaysian men smoke, compared to only 2% of Malaysian women. And in Australia, talk about a nightmare. One couple wakes up to find an intruder in their home, actually in bed with them, naked. Danielle Sutton from Australia's Channel 10 has this story.
Chris and Katie couldn't have imagined a ruder, nuder intruder in their bedroom in the middle of the night.
I basically woke up and there was a man in our bed. Yeah, naked.
He's laughing now, but in the darkness this morning, it was
terrifying, heart racing. Chris is on one side, I'm in the middle, and then our stranger on the end, right in with us.
The stranger had climbed through their kitchen window, left open for Blackie, the couple's cat. One question is troubling Katie the most.
How long he might have been looking at us thinking, it's a good idea to get into bed with these guys.
Was he asleep or was he awake?
He was asleep.
Right. So what woke you, what alerted you to the fact that he was there?
I could feel heat, the sense that someone was there.
It's definitely a weird thing to wake up to.
Police are amazed the couple kept their cool.
The naked man picked up his clothes and wandered into the rear of the property. While Katie called police, Chris locked him in the backyard. But the man climbed through the window again and walked around the house until police arrived.
Officers say the 25-year-old Irish tourist appeared to be under the influence of drugs. He had a seizure in the police van as neighbours watched on.
When the ambulance stretcher came down, they then got him out of the van, stark as, and charming.
He's now undergoing mental health checks as Chris and Katie consider a cat flap for little Blackie. Daniel Sutton, 10 Eyewitness News.